What's up, Alta Mesa School? This is Mr. Miller here, coming from my kitchen. I just want to say, hey guys, we survived week one of online learning, and great job. We had 75% of our campus access online learning at some point this week, which is just, I think, a fantastic number to start from. We're going to only look to increase that, guys. We want to really, our goal is for 100% of our kids to be able to access online learning. Hey, we always start our messages out with our character reminder for the week, and our character trait for this month is the character trait of caring. And so here's our quote to think about and start our week off with. Caring about others, running the risk of feeling and leaving an impact on people brings happiness. And I think that's absolutely true, and something for us to think about right now as we go through this challenging time with the coronavirus and having to make some these decisions about social distancing and things like that are really hard, especially as we're getting longer and longer through this time period. It doesn't make it any easier. We want to see our friends. We want to go out and do fun things with the people that we know and love, but we're making these tough decisions so that we can care about other people. So let's keep on thinking about that. This week's thoughts or overarching theme is going to be quality over quantity. I've heard from some teachers and some parents about just feeling overwhelmed with the newness of online learning and accessing programs and the amount of work. And parents and students, what I want you guys to think about this week is quality over quantity, meaning quality time invested. You know, it's always better to have a shorter amount of time that you are investing 100% into assignments and schoolwork in than a longer amount of time where you're being caused frustration and stress and anxiety. So as you go throughout this week, think about that. Think about the fact that, you know, create that schedule. We talked about that earlier in this process when we were getting the ramp up to online learning, is create a schedule for yourself. Create a schedule for your students and your child throughout the day as we go through online learning. And that schedule is really important, not just because it tells you, how much you're supposed to do a day, but also it tells you how much time you should invest into individual tasks so that you don't create undue stress and undue burden on yourself or your child. So quality over quantity. And if you are, going through these assignments and you're not getting them all completed during your allotted schedule, that's okay. That is okay. So we all work at different paces. Connect with your teacher, let them know what's happening. But really, as soon as you start to feel that stress and anxiety where it's, oh my gosh, this is just too much, this is overwhelming, take a pause, take a deep breath, move on to something else. Connect with your teacher, let them know where you're at, and you guys can adjust, okay? We really want that quality work, quality time spent than over just a massive amount of quantity of time spent on things like that, okay? Some of you guys have expressed that there is still a need for Chromebooks at your house. Now, what I will tell you about this is we are still holding to the fact that it is one Chromebook per household, but what I will say is we still have families that haven't got that one Chromebook yet. So we are not going to be doing a distribution. So if you weren't able to make one of the first 3 distributions, there probably won't be a massive distribution, but there is the availability to email help@eesd.net to get your name on a list so that as Chromebooks become available, as the district is looking at their inventory, to get those Chromebooks out to you. So email help@eesd.net if you have still yet to get a Chromebook, and they will put you on that list, and we'll see, they will be the ones to coordinate getting you a Chromebook. So please email them if you still need a Chromebook. Again, one per family. Okay. On Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, we will be doing a distribution of additional instructional materials as well as a return of personal items that were left in the classroom. Right now, school closure looks like it's going to be extending into the foreseeable future, and honestly likely until the end of the school year. Because of that, we want to return the things that were left in our classroom and also provide additional instructional materials like workbooks that are in the classroom that your students have already been using. So Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, we will be distributing those additional materials. We will be distributing 1st and 2nd grade on Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's kind of during our meal distribution time. And on Wednesday, we will be doing 3rd through 5th grade, again, that same 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. time period. And we'll be doing this just beyond where the meal distribution is taking place, so right there at Wing 1 on the west side of campus. So please come by. If you have library books, bring your library books back. We'll be collecting those to take back into the library. So please come by, grab those additional resources, drop off your library books. You'll be able to see your teachers for a little bit, and it'll be good to see everybody. All right. Last thing, guys, is keep in the fight. I know sometimes with this online learning and this kind of new environment we're in educationally, it can be challenging, but stick with it. I know there's some bumps along the way, but we're here for you. We want to work with you. I guarantee you the payoff in sticking with it is better than just giving up. I know last week the teachers told me that the kids loved connecting with each other, loved connecting with their teacher on Google Hangouts. If you haven't had an opportunity to watch that, it is pretty fun. I've been able to kind of be in a couple of them myself, and it's just such a fun time to see our students connect with each other, connect with their teachers. So stick with it, guys. The payoff is real. It is better to stick with online learning than kind of go a different direction. And as always, when we end our week, it's kind of a mindset shift for you, just putting yourself in the correct mindset, which is let's go out there and let's make the choices and let's stay positive and let's go out there and make it the best week ever. All right, guys, have a great week.